You know, I thought at first it was because Uncharted 4 was still fresh on my mind, but I'm gonna have to, giving it a few days time to really digest with me, I'm really gonna have to say Uncharted 4 is the best story in the series.
I think the best Uncharted game story to date is Uncharted 2, because you've already played the first one, now you're already invested into the story, and that's really where the pinnacle of it unfolds. You have the love triangle, you get to see one of the most epic adventures in my opinion.
Best story for the Uncharted series is definitely gonna go with the last and final, with 4.
I think Uncharted 4 had the best delivery of the story because, you know, the Last of Us style, Neil Druckmann and all them dudes, they did a good job, but the best story to me was Uncharted 2 because it was just like easy and quick, and you got to see Chloe's ass, which is voluptuous and delicious. I don't know how it tastes. Oh, Alena or Chloe? That is like the ultimate question of Uncharted. Nobody asks about like any of the stories meta. Everybody wants to know Alena or Chloe. That's objectification for you. Anyways, I think Alena is definitely that girl who you wanna wine and dine and take her out on nice fine dates. You know, have sex by the moonlight, yada yada yada. But me personally, you know, I'm horny all the time. I'm a freak, so I gotta go with Chloe. Chloe's down to get down, and so am I. Chloe.
I'm gonna have to go with Alena on this one for sure because, you know, she's definitely that girl you could take home to mom, you can have a nice dinner with, beautiful life conversations, and you know, something about her tells me she's got a little bit of a gamer chick in her, and I like that.
Chloe.
Who would I rather fuck? Sorry, Drake, I'm gonna have to go with Chloe.
If Uncharted 4's ending is indeed the ending to that series, I'm very satisfied with it. It ended on a high note, it ended on a good note, and it stayed true to the Uncharted series. For those of you who played The Last of Us, you know how critical that ending was to that game, and that was a very Last of Us ending. And this ending stays true to the Uncharted series, and for that reason, I love the ending.
They put it together and wrapped it up probably one of the best ways in any series that I've ever played.
Uncharted 4's ending was okay. Like, I liked the game all the way to the final act. I felt like the little twist at the end was kind of just like for nothing. It was pointless. They played it a little too safe for me, so it was alright. I caught feelings for Chloe's ass. If that's what you asking me, that shit was banger. She had that, but don't them glazonkas.
Probably Sully. Sully's an older guy, you know, wise dude, you know, teach me some things.
I would have to say Sully because I feel like Sam would steal my wallet.
Sam, definitely Sam. You know, he could take me out, talk about the good old days, talk about his great adventures, take me on a ride on his motorcycle, maybe even be the brother I never had.
I mean, I feel like I have more of a history with Sully, so I would definitely grab a beer with him before I grab the beer. I don't know who Sam is, no new friends. You know, Sam just comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to take him seriously. Like, who are you? You won't even get into like the first 3 games, and you just come out of nowhere and expect people to care.
You know what? I'm gonna say Rafe, cause he's annoying as hell. He's super annoying. He was, you know, he comes back. He's part of the team. Then he's a backstabber. You know, you can't trust him anymore. And then through the entire Uncharted 4, you're just like, I want to kill you so bad.
I definitely have to go with Marlo on this one. She had a storyline with Drake that followed through childhood to the end, and you definitely felt the biggest sense of urgency, the biggest sense of danger with Marlo, so I'm definitely gonna go with her.
My most hated Uncharted villain would have to be Harry Flynn, because Harry Flynn is like one of those type of people I just don't understand. He's extremely gay, but he just doesn't want to like own up to it, you know? And I feel like you need to be comfortable in your skin. I know it's tough in this society to do that. But I feel like if you're a guy like Harry Flynn, you got some money, you you know, and you got this freaking crazy mercenary freaking villain dude, Lazarevich, who's on your side, you know, like, be yourself. You have no reason to hide the fact that you like dudes. And you obviously do, because every time you throw a grenade, you be like, incoming, and you be tossing that motherfucking grenade like 2 feet instead of throwing it across the freaking map like you're supposed to, because you're such a fruit bag. So just own up to your freaking fruitiness and be gay. And that's why I don't like Harry Flynn. All my gay friends out there, they know I love gay people because they embrace it and they're comfortable in their own skin, just like I am.
Comparing a Drake album to a Drake adventure. Definitely gotta go with Drake's album. If you're reading this, it's already too late, and Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, because that album and that game came out swinging, and they came out to let everybody know something. Uncharted 2, Game of the Year. Let everybody know what a huge impact Naughty Dog has on the video game industry, and it turned the whole industry upside down.
I would say 4 would be compared to Views, Drake's latest, reminiscing on the past times, just bringing it all together.
Ooh, a Drake album and a Drake adventure. All right, so I mean, Drake adventures are always fun, action-packed. They're enthralling from start to finish. You know, there's never a dull moment, and I always feel engaged. You know, I laugh a little bit. I get horny a lot. You know, it's awesome. As far as a Drake album, though, I don't know. Drake albums make me feel depressed. Like the new Drake albums, the older Drake albums. If you go back to the days of like Comeback Season, and you know, even Thank Me Later, like back in those days, they were a little bit more, you know, charged up. I felt charged up. I felt good. I felt like motivated, you know. And I wanted to go outside, you know, just like punch an ex-girlfriend or something like that, because that's how Drake makes you feel. It makes you hate your ex-girlfriends even more than you already do. That's like his music. If I had to compare them, though, I mean, I definitely would take Drake's adventures over Drake's albums. As a matter of fact, I think Nathan Drake's albums were probably better than Drake's adventures. Because Nathan Drake, I don't know if you guys know this, but he has a few rap songs out there, and they're like leagues better than, you know, Aubrey Drake's music. And that's another thing, their names. Aubrey Drake versus Nathan Drake. I don't gotta say nothing else.
Man, this is tough because I really want to say Uncharted 4. I'm having so much fun with it right now. I love the perk system. I love the diversity of the character loadouts. But the biggest problem is the progression system is not there. I'm not leveling up. I'm not feeling my time is being paid off. And for that reason, I have to go to Uncharted 2, which had a great progression system. And to be honest, Uncharted 2, sitting in the PS3's golden era, had a ton of fun playing online on there, and you know those taunts were on point in Uncharted 2.
2 had great multiplayer. 4 has better, but I do not like the ranking system. Okay, ranked is cool. I was very excited that they had ranking in the game. But there's a couple of variables that can, if you're playing alone, can really mess you up. One is there is a placement part where you play 5 matches, and if you don't like do very well, or you will get really placed very low and you won't get to play with your friends. So pro tip, make sure you play with your friends when you play the placement of the 5 matches, so you guys will get in the same league and you'll be able to play together. If not, then if you are over 3 ranks with your friends, you won't be able to get to play with them. So they could have gotten rid of the cap where you have to play with, you know, within 3 levels of rank or league, so you can play with your friends. But besides that, gunplay, bunch of characters, bunch of unlocks, great guns. That puts it over. But the only big problem that I have is the ranking league system. It has to be in Uncharted 2 where I remember when they showed off the collapse of the building in the hotel, where it's the first time you ever really see like something at this level on a console, where the building's falling apart, there's a helicopter comes down and starts blowing up the building and everything starts sliding. You slide out of the hotel. Like, it was completely sick. I still remember it to this day.
It would definitely be in Uncharted 3 when you take the role of Drake as a child. You know, that really broke a layer of storytelling and brought in another perspective. And if you think about it, that was really one of the first times Naughty Dog took that vantage point.
My most memorable Uncharted moment was that one time where the game started and he was hanging off the tree. No, actually, it was when Chloe knocked on the door and she was like, "You don't get to be Mr. Shy Guy." She pushed Drake on the bed and she laid on top of him, her ass was in the air, and then that's when, like, I wanted to pause, but I couldn't. I pressed start and I skipped the cutscene. I got really pissed because I was like, damn it didn't pause. So then I like turned the game off real quick and then went back so I could watch the cutscene again. And now I got my cell phone up. So then when the ass came up, I was like, snapshot.
So my most memorable Uncharted experience in the entire series is definitely in the fourth one, the last game. And it was the epilogue. Like, that was the craziest, most satisfying part of the entire series.
You know, I don't think I would like to see another Uncharted. If that Uncharted 4 ending proves to be that series ending, I would be very content with that. There leaves a window of opportunity for people to venture further with the story, maybe even with another developer, but I would not like to see that. I think Naughty Dog capped it very nicely, and I'd be stoked if that was the ending.
I personally, I wouldn't want to see another Uncharted game with more of Drake's adventures. I think they ended it just like I don't want to see another Last of Us. They ended it perfectly. Let her go.
I mean, I guess another Uncharted would be kind of cool if they like went with some of the other characters that they didn't have in 4. I'm not gonna say who. I mean, you can kind of tell by my tone in this whole little shebang that I might be a little upset because somebody might have been excluded and omitted from Uncharted 4. But as far as Nathan Drake goes and the rest of those guys, nah, they didn't kill that. You know, Drake's done. You know, he's cool. He's done. Let him have his rap career. Let him go remove Aubrey Drake from the rap game, and you know, let's just let Naughty Dog move on and do other games. They need to go do like Savage Starlight. We know that's what they're doing. They're doing a sci-fi game. If they're not doing that, then I'm a dumbass and don't know anything about video games, which we all know is, well, probably the truth.
Least favorite goes 3, 1, 2, 4.
1, 3, 2, 4. Quote me on that.
Damn, everybody wants to freaking rank these. Some of them they can't be ranked. You can't rank them. All right, let's do it. The worst game of them all was 3. And I say that because 3 mimicked 2 quite a bit. Then there was only one set piece in 3 that I thought was cool. Next would be 1, Golden Abyss. After that, then I would throw in 4 and then 2. So yeah, 2 the best, 3 the worst. My favorite Uncharted time, I mean, everybody's gonna dab and Dougie and you know, do all the other ones, but mine would be the Game of the Year dance because you know, this was just like, everybody looked at this and like, what the hell is this time? And then Nathan Drake dropped a rap song and made this like something that everybody wanted to do. Next thing you know, there's people in the club making Game of the Year, the GLTY dance. People in the club doing that. Could you imagine seeing that, walking into the club, seeing this girl and her pumps and her little mini skirt? She ain't twerking, she up there. Uncharted time. So yeah, Game of the Year dance, hands down. Or they call it the flurry in the game, but we know what it's really called.